So, hi everybody, my name is Marquis Wright. Today's video is going to be a lot more, I'm going to be talking about this, Ferguson Michael Brown thing. But for me, today's Monday, and so, everything has already happened with, like, the ruling of, Darren Wilson not being guilty. And then there's still, currently right now, riots. I'm not going to go too in-depth on this, but I feel like I should touch on this because this is such an important deal, because now it seems as if all the progress that we made racially is seeming to be going right back down the drain. I knew, like, when they said they were going to put Darren Wilson on trial, that he wasn't going to be found guilty because, I guess, technically, because they were able to go with the whole police officer doing his job, defending himself. And I'm just gonna share a little bit of my opinion on that. Yes, Michael Brown was indeed stealing from a gas station. I'm not even saying that Michael Brown was innocent, but he was a human, and he was an American, and Americans have the right to face justice in the court of law, not to be murdered. And the photos came out right after Darren Wilson was declared not guilty of his supposed injuries that Michael Brown caused him, and they were the most puny things. Literally, like, all it is like redness of the face, and not even like bruised redness. It's just like if you were cold kind of redness, and like a supposed like a mark on the back of his neck, which is so minuscule, it's pitiful. And then he said, like, when Michael Brown was heading towards him, that he was like fearing that he was gonna beat him to death, and that he was like Hulk Hogan. And the thing about it is, he wasn't even arresting or apprehending Michael Brown for the whole him taking from the store. He was apprehending him because he was in the street. I'm seeing a whole bunch of things online of really of just pure ignorance, and of all these things of people who aren't black saying, oh, you should get over it right now. But if this is your kid, you'd be outraged too. And also, if you're not black, then you don't understand the constant persecution and discrimination that we were raised to expect. If you're not a minority, then you're most likely never going to understand that feeling of being persecuted for the color of your skin. That's just something that you're not going to understand. So don't you dare try to say that this is something that we should just get over. Me, personally, I'm not gonna get over this, because this could easily be me, this could easily be my brothers, this could easily be any black person I know, any minority I know in general, and so this isn't something that can just be brushed off. I'm almost scared, because that can easily happen to me, that one day I could be walking down the street, and a police officer can find me being a threat by, like, having my hands in my pockets or something, and then just shoot me, and then that'll be it, and that'll be over, and then that'll be my life story. I know for a fact that as a police officer, there are numerous ways that they know of to neutralize somebody without killing. And to think that Michael Brown's killing wasn't racially influenced, that's really naive for anybody who thinks that it wasn't racially influenced. There's this whole even stigma about just black people in general, to officers, and just to white men in general, that black men are pose a threat, and no matter what context, no matter what situation is going on, and that they have some sort of weapon on them, and that if they don't, and that they are always pending danger, and that they have criminal tendencies, and all this crap. It's just really dumb. It's just really dumb. The thing about this is, this whole situation is not being classified as an American kid was shot. It was a African American kid that was shot. And this isn't the first incident to have happened. I mean, Trayvon Martin, that was a huge thing that happened not even very long ago. Okay, Darren Wilson was found not guilty. That's one thing. But the fact that he got paid leave, $400,000 in donations, and he got married in the wake of all this, that is not justice whatsoever. That is him being rewarded for what he did. That is him being rewarded for killing a kid based off his discrimination, off his prejudice. And just these racially charged crimes against black men and black teenagers, these are not stopping. Like, literally just like a month ago, 2 months ago, when a police officer pulled over a man and told him to reach for his license, and he reached in the car, the police officer shot him multiple times because he just assumed that since he was black, he posed a threat. And who I really feel bad for is Michael Brown's parents and Trayvon Martin's parents and all these parents of these kids who've gotten shot and just killed, and they are not going to feel any justice. That just makes it so much worse. I mean, I know that sending somebody to jail doesn't seem like it'll make anybody feel better or like reverse the fact that somebody was killed, but it does make a difference in closure, in some sort of closure, and then these mothers of these kids who are getting shot are never going to have that, and that is tragic. You know, literally, after all this, North Korea called the US, and I quote, a graveyard of human rights over this Ferguson thing. North Korea. That's how bad it is here. And as long as we live, there are going to be prejudices against any minority race or any religion or sexuality, just anything in general. There's always going to be prejudice. But the fact that these prejudices are causing you to act and kill and take away a child or a man or just anybody in general who is wrongfully killed from their family, that is not justice, that is not justifiable, that is injustice. What does make me sort of, happy about all this is that a lot of people have seen these events and have taken something from this, and have seen this injustice and know for a fact that it is indeed an injustice. And in Seattle here, people are marching in the streets, and in New York, people are marching in the streets over this Ferguson thing, and I do think that that is, in a way, tragically beautiful, that people are like showing their anger and showing that this was not okay, and that this incident in Ferguson applies to everyone and everybody. And how this incident in Ferguson was not a closed incident in solely Missouri, it's everywhere. And so the fact that people are acting and not just sitting down and just letting these things happen is great. All these things that are happening is making us go backwards in progress. And unless we start learning and put away our prejudices, and especially for police officers, do not let their prejudices get in the way of actual justice, then this is going to keep on happening and happening and happening, and it's just going to become a norm, and these riots that are happening in Ferguson are going to happen everywhere else in the United States. And unless we learn from that, Ferguson is going to be the reality of the entire United States. So we need to make a change. Yeah. That's what I gotta say. And so I'll see you guys later. Bye.